Have you ever wondered why some people love chasing goals while others love to help the team? Others love to talk about ideas and others want everything done perfectly, timelessly. Why do different people thrive in totally different roles? Well, today I'm breaking down how each disc personality type works best in the workplace and what is the ideal role for them, what energizes them, and what drains them. What are the things that you can do to earn their respect? By the end, you will potentially know exactly where each personality or disc type shines and what motivates them to do what they do. It's like a star athlete. What makes that person shine in what might seem to be somewhat seamlessly? You see, the truth is, matching tasks to natural strength increases productivity and it also reduces burnout. It increases productivity, it reduces burnout, and it improves collaboration. I have seen people suffer for years in roles that drain them. Not because they lack skills, no. It's not because they lack skills, but because the job fought their natural wiring. They're wired in a particular way. The job is driving them towards somewhere else. And hopefully what this video would do is to see how as a business owner or as a team lead, you would avoid this mistake. Every disc type can do any job. But the point is, not every job will energize every disc type. Let me say that again. Every disc type, no matter the personality wiring you have, you can do any job. But is the job for you? Will it excite you? Will you want to do it for a long term? Here's the reasoning. Tasks go against your wiring. What those tasks do is that they drain your energy because they go against the wiring. And they also reduce accuracy, they prolong completion time, and they increase stress. But when you have roles that are aligned with your strength, it feels easier. It's like you're not working. Have you ever heard that statement? If you love what you do, you will not work for a day. See, consider that people that work with you are wired in different ways. Now, they can do any job, especially when a person wants a job to put food on their table. But the point is that, is it something they would love to do long term? Does it come naturally? Does it motivate them? You want people in your team to be motivated. That's when they give you their best. So I'm just going to look at the various disc types and then see what motivates them. There's a possibility you can learn one or two things that you can go back, and because you are now more aware, you can apply that within your team. Let's look at the D type. The D personality type is the dominant type. The people who are the predominantly D type personality people, they are goal driven, they are achievement driven. They excel at building something new and they transition quickly and easily across roles as long as they can reach their targets. For somebody who is a D personality person, all the person wants is, show me what you want me to do. Where are we going? What's the goal? What's the target? And boom, I'm there. I just go as long as I hit my target. They're excited. They thrive in chaos. Now, the S personality person thrives in smaller teams, doing practical, helpful jobs. And about 60% of the people we have in our various workplaces are S personality people. They maintain stability within the group. They're the people that will ask you the question, do we really need to change anything? I think we're okay. They're the people that will sound that way. Now, what's the thing that fires this set of people up? These people are wired this way. They need appreciation. They need you to applaud them. They need alignment within work values. They don't want chaos, stress. They will just, please, I don't have the energy for this. Then you have the I people. These people are inspiring. They are best in roles that involve ideas, verbal communication, creativity, and persuasion. They're the guys that are incurably optimistic. Then you have the C personality people. These C personality people are said to be conscientious. They are people who are driven by compliance. They prefer working with facts, data, and systematic process. They are very logical, they are very analytical, and they are detail oriented. Anything you're telling them and you want them to make a decision, if you do not give them enough data, they are not making a decision. That's the way they are. They are not making a decision. So that's how these guys are the C personality type. Now let's look at energy, energy management and natural strength. Anyone can do any job, like I said earlier, anyone can. But the tasks, when they mismatch your personality style, it brings about exhaustion. It lowers accuracy, it slows down performance. For example, if you have a low C person do bookkeeping, numbers, Excel sheet, and all of that, it's a job. They'll do it, but rest assured, you would find more mistakes. It will take longer time to complete, and at the end of the day, they'll feel thoroughly drained. They're not excited to come back to work the next day. Now, when you have, let's apply this also to athletes and their motivation. For instance, if you have an athlete with a dominant attitude or a dominant wiring, okay, this person plays a dominant game, he wants to show up. The person that's likely coming to my mind right now is Michael Jordan. I don't know if that's a great example, but then person wants to be up front there, like let's get this done, move, 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 move. Then if you have an athlete that is predominantly eye-wired athlete, he plays for the adrenaline. He likes the crowd. When the crowd cheers, whoa, it just gets into his head or her head, and the person goes, that's the fuel, the clutch, the moment. They just catch it, just breeze into the moment. That's how the I person works. And then the supportive person for athlete plays out of loyalty. Hey, team, let's go, let's go. We need to keep this together. The person will push through pain to support the team. The spotlight is not necessarily that triggering for that person. Person just wants the team to win. These are the people that would say, all right, everyone is upset. Okay, let's go back, and let's keep this going. Then the C person, if this person is an athlete, he plays for technical perfection. What exactly have we planned? What's the strategy we've planned we're going to execute? Who moves to where and all of that? This person stays for practice to master details. If it is throwing, if it is shooting, kicking, whatever it is, they just make sure they want to. Coach, how many times do you think we need to do this? Okay, it's 1,000 times. To just stick to that, the very methodic. Just give you an idea of the different sets of people, styles you have in one team, and how they can play the same game in different ways, but they all want to win. They want the team to win, but they approach winning, they approach the game in different ways. Now, let's do a quick overview of how these different people, whether the person is predominantly a D, I, S, or C, how they behave in circumstances. Now, you have people who are task oriented and you have people who are people oriented. And D and C are task oriented. They are more, let's go, what do we need to do? While you have I and S, are people focused. How does this affect people? How will people respond to it? They're just people focused. Then you have proactive and reactive. D and I are more proactive. C and S are more reactive. Then verbal and non-verbal. I and C are verbal, and C talks tasks. All right. It's just about, let's go get this done. What's the method? D and S are non-verbal doers, because a lot more about, let's go get this thing done. Let's support the team. What about gaining respect? We all love to be respected. Everyone wants to be respected. But respect comes from behaving in a way that aligns with the other person's value. If you don't understand how people behave and you don't care, you are not aware of how your behavior affects other people, there's a likelihood that you will cross the line of respect, and sometimes not intentionally. But that's why this video is important, because you become more aware. So let's give a few examples. For S, an S loses respect for a D who barks orders under stress. Because when D's, they're under stress, they're dominant, just let's go, what's happening? I don't care. Well, not exactly in that way, but that's the way it comes across. And when you have an S that likes stability and doesn't like chaos, whereas D thrives in chaos. Now you can imagine if the D is your boss and you are an S person, you would quickly lose respect for that boss. But understanding this, again, does not mean we make excuses for people, but we become more aware and deal with the situation accordingly. A C would lose respect for an I who arrives late from socializing. The I is the guy, let's go guy or girl. So it goes flexing, partying, and the next morning you come to meeting late. C is seated, methodical. The meeting starts at 9 o'clock. You walk in at 9:02. C loses respect for you straight away. Straight away. That's the way. But these people are all in the same team, but you begin to see how things happen within the team, and more often than not, they're unspoken. Now, a D would lose respect for someone who avoids tough decisions. An S avoids normally, not like every time, but they're inclined to avoid these hard conversations. A D wants to have that conversation and to go straight away. But an S wants stability, wants everything, does not enjoy chaos. So D would feel like, well, if you're not going to have this conversation, I am going to have that conversation. And guess what? The D just loses respect for that S. And an I loses respect for someone who is cold and dismissive. An I is incurably optimistic and wants everybody, hey, folks, what's happening? Come on, let's. But then, if a D for some reason is cold and dismissive, or a C because they're methodical and just sound a bit dismissive, you know what? The I would simply feel, well, to whatever place with you, I don't care, man. I will live my life the way I want to live my life. Again, the reason I'm stressing all of this is that you have all of these people in one team, in an organization. All of these conversations happen in their head sometimes, and it manifests in their actions, but you don't understand why these things are happening. And that's why having a DISC assessment done for your team is a strong recommendation for me. You see, just to recap, each DISC type thrives in different roles. They're energized by different tasks, and they're driven by different things to respect or lose respect for people, depending on the way the other people in the team behave. And understanding these differences, these nuances, if you like, improves communication and reduces conflict and unlocks performance. And so I am inviting you to invite us to come over and do a free lunch and learn for your team at your workplace. Well, this can be done virtually, but I really prefer a physical meeting where we're all in the same room and the energy is there pumping and high and everyone gets connected and you can really begin to apply these things. And we teach your team how to fully understand how DISC works, to appreciate this model. And remember, DISC is not boxing anybody in. It is rather a tool that helps you to create awareness in the team, and people begin to operate in a way that shows care, curiosity, and compassion, and helps you to even increase the performance of the business. My name is Dellonville Samuel, and my sincere desire for you is that you go on succeeding by becoming a better version of yourself. Bye for now.